Hey Bears, I'm Kailani Marchak with CalTV Sports, and I'm here at Haas Pavilion with junior middle blocker Preslie Anderson. Preslie currently leads the Bears in blocks both in her season total and match high. Not only is she a top-notch blocker, but she currently has a .423 hitting percentage, which ranks her around 10th in the country. So I want to start talking about your match tonight. I mean, that was insane. Yeah. It was so intense. Like, we were sitting up in the bleachers and we were all shaking. We were like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, this is so cool, until like the fifth set, like when you guys came back. I mean, I was nervous. How do you keep the nerves and the jitters calm?
Colorado played a really good match, and there were times when we weren't playing our Cal Volleyball selves, and Cal Volleyball meaning full communication, full effort. We weren't as disciplined, so that's why I ended up going to 5 sets. But the good thing about us is, like, we respect the game and we know how much hard work we've put in. When it gets to 13 all, it's who wants it more. But I do think it was more of a learning experience than anything, knowing if we get in that situation again, it's okay, we got this, take 1 point at a time, and we'll come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely incredible. And I mean, you and Lauren Forte, both middle blockers, like, you know we're going to see some blocks, we're going to see some epic kills. And I know you guys played on a club team back in high school. How did it feel like coming in as a freshman and like knowing you had like a former teammate already there with you?
Yeah, it's actually so fun, like being able to have Lauren as like my middle tandem. We kind of feed off each other, you know, like me and Lauren are really good at communicating to one another when we come off the court, because obviously we're never on the court at the same time, but we really do a good job of like being a good balance. If I'm having a better offensive day, she's usually picking up the defensive slack and vice versa. So it's really nice, like being able to play with someone who I've known for such a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I see your guys' like hype chest bump or whatever right before every single match, which is like really, really cool. As well as I saw the match from Utah like on Friday, and that was also like an intense game, like went to all 5 sets. I see you're always pumping up your teammate. How do you like stay positive and keep everybody positive even when you're coming from behind?
I feel like that's always been my role. Like growing up, I've always been that like super like go get 'em, I'm gonna be optimistic, I'm gonna be loud. And especially on this team, we do tend to have like more than half our team, I would say, like would, if they were to talk about themselves, like quiet might be one of the words they'd use. So I'm just gonna be that good balance. And yeah, exactly. I like being the hype man. I like getting everyone excited. I would probably say that I get more excited about like Mimar Madden getting a kill than myself getting a kill, but whatever works, we all feed off each other's energy. And Gabby Belizzi, our back row DS, does a really good job at manning the back row and getting them just as hyped, because again, I'm only out there for 3 rotations.
Since you guys are on a rotation, do you create a certain connection with a specific setter you're with?
So that is like actually one of the challenges, is trying to make sure that like the vibe, no matter the rotation, is always going to be consistent, because it is in the inconsistencies where teams tend to like spot out our weaknesses more. So it's just kind of, we're like, okay, we're going to be composed, we're still going to go out and play with some fire.
Right. And then final question to wrap it up is, I know as like a fellow athlete, I have like 1 or 2 hype songs that I get to like pump me up right before. Like, do you have a playlist or like anything that you specifically listen to like get yourself right before you come out?
Yeah, it's so funny. Like our team, like we feed off the hype energy for pregame music. Like we are blasting music downstairs in the locker room. But yeah, I have a couple pump up playlists on Apple Music, but I would say my go-to hype song is definitely Hot by Young Thug. We actually asked the video people if they mind changing our intro song, and we now got it. And now before the games, when we hear Hot, it's kind of like our team's like vibe, like okay, we know like this game's about to start, we're gonna come off hot, literally. Yeah, so it's just like it's a good vibe song. So yeah, I would say. I
mean, if you guys want to follow her on Apple Music, we'll like put it in the description below, or like put it up on like a screenshot. But yeah, you can catch Preslie and the rest of the Bears down in LA or on the Pac-12 network as they take on USC and UCLA next weekend. I'm Kailani Marchak.
I'm Preslie Anderson.
And go Bears. That was good. Yeah, that was awesome.